King Charles welcomes Prime Minister Starmer to Balmoral for the first time. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is making headlines this weekend with his first official visit to Balmoral Castle as the UK's Prime Minister. This visit is not just a personal milestone for Starmer, but also part of a long-standing tradition that sees UK Prime Ministers staying at the royal residence towards the end of summer. King Charles III is hosting Starmer and his wife, Lady Victoria Starmer, continuing a practice that dates back many years. This tradition underscores the historical bond between the British monarchy and its prime ministers, symbolizing a time for reflection and informal discussion. Balmoral Castle, located in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, has been the royal family's Scottish retreat since the 19th century. It is renowned for its picturesque setting and extensive 50,000-acre estate that includes grouse moors, forestry, farmland, and managed herds of deer, Highland cattle, and ponies. The castle is particularly significant, as it was the place where the late Queen Elizabeth II passed away in September 2022. Her affection for Balmoral was well documented, and the estate held a special place in her heart, making her final moments a poignant part of its history. Historically, the tradition of prime ministers visiting Balmoral has included notable figures such as Harold Wilson, Margaret Thatcher, and Rishi Sunak. Queen Elizabeth II hosted a number of prime ministers at Balmoral throughout her reign, including Sir Edward Heath, David Cameron, Baroness Thatcher, and Theresa May. The late monarch's final prime ministerial appointment was Liz Truss, made just 2 days before her death, highlighting Balmoral's role in British political tradition. Theresa May, during her tenure, shared a memorable anecdote from her visit to Balmoral. She recalled a picnic where she accidentally dropped a piece of cheese and discreetly placed it back on the plate. To her surprise, Queen Elizabeth II had observed the incident and simply smiled, creating a moment of light-hearted understanding between the two. Details about Sir Keir Starmer's current visit have been kept relatively private, which is typical of these engagements. The visits usually occur shortly before the end of the parliamentary summer recess, with this year's break ending on Monday. During the parliamentary sessions, King Charles III and the Prime Minister meet weekly to discuss government affairs. Although the King remains politically neutral, he holds a role of advising and warning his ministers, including the Prime Minister, when necessary. The Balmoral tradition serves as a reminder of the ongoing connection between the monarchy and the government, blending historical practices with contemporary political life. This visit by Sir Keir Starmer continues the legacy of these important royal political interactions, emphasizing the enduring relationship between the British monarchy and its leaders.